system's off. Just watch behind it. Yeah.
You ready? Good afternoon. Good morning. My name is Emmett Elger with San Jacinto County Office of Emergency Management. About 8:17 a.m. this morning, we had calls come in for a possible explosion at Sound Resource Solutions. One individual was sent to the hospital with burns in a stable condition. Fire operations are currently ongoing. Polk County has issued a shelter in place north of the Trinity River and also the city of Livingston. Right now, Sheriff Greg Capers with the Sheriff's Office is going to speak.
Yes, my name is Greg Capers, Sheriff here in San Jacinto County. I'm just going to reiterate what Emmett had just told y'all. At 8:17, we got the first call of a fire explosion in the 731 block of FM 1127 here in Shepherd, Texas. We do have the president of Sound Resource Solutions here with us. He'll talk in just a second. But we had an opportunity to talk with him very briefly this morning, and he'll finish it up. But it was just flammable liquids. It was told us that it was diesel, maybe some turpentine, and other chemicals that he'll talk to y'all about here in just a second. We did have a private school, and the original report that I am being told got out to the media that there were 60 children that were in that school down that 1127. That is not good information. There was 31 children. We went down there, we evacuated all 31 children. We took them to Shepherd Administration Building at the high school and are releasing those to their parents at this time. We had to evacuate them through a pasture. A man owns a large piece of property over there, and they were gracious enough to open the gates and allow these vehicles to traverse his land. That school is Wildwood Private School, and we had them all out of there by 9:15 a.m. There was one employee, minor burns to his body is what I am being told at this time, and on location at the time. It was originally put out that there were 37 employees, but that's the total number of employees that they have. Only 19 of those employees were actually at work at that time. Thank you.
Good morning. My name is Jeff Harfield. I'm the president of Sound Resource Solutions, and we don't have an official statement. We're going to send something out after we get investigations done. We have preliminary investigations done on what initially happened, but we want to verify everything. The last thing we need is a bunch of misinformation. We've been a part of the community since 2014. We employ almost 40 people, and our biggest focus right now, and what we're grateful for, is that every one of those people are going to be home eating dinner with their family tonight. We do have one employee that got hurt. He's being treated for minor burns at Memorial, so he's in good hands. He's being taken care of well, and that's really our biggest focus. The other thing, I'm here as a resource, but really the first responders have done an amazing job getting everything organized. They've been very cautious. They've made sure that everyone is safe. We've been overly cautious about the situation. We do oil fill chemicals, we do paint and coatings chemicals. Hazardous materials, yes, but it's the type of material you probably have under your kitchen sink. It's not to be taken lightly, obviously, from what you see behind us. It's not to be taken lightly, but we've been doing it well for a long time, and we've always just wanted to be a positive part of the community. And moving forward, we're going to do everything that we can to make sure that anyone who has questions, anyone who wants to know what happened, what's going on, we want to be open. We've been here a long time. We plan on rebuilding. We plan on being a positive part of the community for a very long time.
I was going to say, when you look at these fires, it's certainly an impact on your business.
Oh, yes, sir. Yes, sir. No, we work in a dangerous environment, but they're well-trained people. Everyone knows what they're doing. These are good jobs. We're going to make sure that we come back as fast as we can. There's process now. I'm not worried about the business. All my people went home, and that's all I care about.
What kind of volume are we talking about? It seems like there's an awful lot of still burning, and it's been going on for a long time.
We're a large manufacturer, sir. We bring in 30 truckloads of raw materials a day, and we ship out 30 truckloads every single day of finished goods. We do a lot of work. A lot of good people do good work. And so, yeah, it's a large operation.
Do
Again,
storage tanks on site,
no,
that kind of stuff?
Tankers and then storage raw goods, no storage tanks. So I'm sure that we'll learn more about what the ultimate, the final ending point but it's just going to be a beginning as far as we're concerned. We're going to be open. We're welcome. We're open to whatever questions you guys have. We want people to ask questions. We want people to get good information and know that you want people like us doing this type of work. I know it doesn't look like it today, but you do.
Do you all have any update on shelter in place? I know there's a 1 mile shelter in place.
I trust these guys 100%. Yeah. Every single person that I've spoken to, 100 people this morning, they're good people. You got good people working and making sure that everybody is safe here. And at the end of the day, as long as everyone's okay, the rest will be fixed. We can fix the rest.
Does Office of Emergency Management have any updates on something?
So the shelter in place, part of it was placed due to fire crews and emergency personnel needing to get in the location. The other stuff is due to the smoke plume. More information will be coming out later. We'll be having another press conference at 1 p.m. As right now, we're not going to answer any questions. So at 1 p.m. we'll be back here. Thank y'all for and have a nice day.
Would you be able to tell us at least what is the plan for fighting? Is this burning it out, or are you guys going to get?
Once again, that will be discussed at 1 p.m. Thank y'all. Y'all have a good day. No.
Do you have somebody Spanish?
No.
Sure. Do you mind we can hear a little bit?
Grab this microphone right here.
Jeff?
You guys can hear me or hear what happened just now, but obviously there's a lot of chemicals that come in and out of this facility. You heard the owner say 30 truckloads come in and out every single day. The good news, according to him, is only one person was injured. That person is being treated. We did know that there was one person we had heard had been treated for burns. That was going on. Also, remarkably, we heard that there was an evacuation that was going on that was from the school, that the kids, 31 of them, had to go through a field. I guess they had to get first responders vehicles in there to get to that school, to get them in place where they're going to be okay. They are okay. Everybody has been evacuated who needs to be. As far as how they're going to fight this, what comes next, you heard them, if you were following this press conference, they're not going to answer those questions yet. They said they're going to talk to us again with an update in about an hour and a half, which would be at 1 o'clock. You can still see the fire is still burning. You still see the smoke cloud. It seems to have gotten a little less, but again, from our perspective, we're 3/4 of a mile away from this thing. It could still be burning just like it was from the moment this started around 8:15 this morning. However, we do know that there are so many firefighters here ready to go as soon as they get the word to go in and start fighting this fire. But we don't know, and we won't know for a couple of hours now, exactly what the plan is for this. One of the things that I asked, if there was any storage tanks on facility, anything that might blow up, over time if you weren't getting them cooled down, that sort of thing. And the answer was no, they don't have storage tanks, but they do have vehicles that come in loaded with product. They process about 30, they said 18-wheeler loads of chemicals a day. They said oil field services, and that the chemicals were, diesel and that sort of thing. It was burning, and the chemicals would be kind of like what you have in your house as well. So obviously a lot more questions as to what's going on back there and how we're going to fight this fire. We'll find out more as this goes on, but it does look as though there are still fires burning. I mean, you just see it right now, a smoke plume coming up from the base of this fire. So, I mean, that tells me from this vantage point that there's probably still quite a bit of material burning. He also mentioned that there were 19 employees at the facility at the time that this happened, and again, only one of them burned, and that person being treated right now. We also, again, heard about the shelter in place, that some of that was because of the need to get firefighters and fire trucks out here and to block off Highway 59, but also, because of what's going on with the smoke cloud itself. Again, it appears to me that things are a little bit less than what they were before, but even when I start saying that, you start seeing more plumes come up. So as soon as we find out more information, obviously we're going to continue to monitor this and let you know, but we just, heard a brief view from both the sheriff and the Office of Emergency Management, of course the owner, from this. So hopefully we'll find out some more information here as we go. Right now, everything remains in place, and the smoke continues to billow up from this facility, guys. Some of the emergency vehicles that were staged immediately to our right have moved, but that doesn't mean that they have moved to go fight the fire. We were talking with one first responder who said no, that they're kind of making sort of a line of fire trucks in order to get into there. We know that there were foam trucks that have responded. We also know that there are hazmat material trucks that have responded out here as well. So I think that they've got to kind of figure out what all they're dealing with and how they're best going to go about doing it. If you haven't seen any firefighters pumping water from Sky Eye's vantage point, I would say no, that there probably aren't any back there right now at all. The area was evacuated and everybody got out of there. Of course, that leads you to believe what's going to happen next, which is what I was trying to get them to say, but the Office of Emergency Management obviously not going to tell us until about 1 o'clock. But and that may just be because they are still formulating the best plan to do this and to figure out exactly how to go back there and make it sure it's safe for everybody. But I was encouraged when he said that there weren't any storage tanks that were up there still on the facility, and how, you know, we've seen that before, right? You know, some of these tank farms that go up, Melanie. I know that you've reported from the desk many times when we've seen storage tank facilities that just burn for days and days. So I don't get the feeling that that's what's going to happen here. I don't get the feeling that this is as large a facility as maybe some of those we've seen down, you know, the refinery road down there near Houston. But as far as what is burning here now, I mean, obviously he said, you heard the owner of the plant say it's no joke, this is a serious situation, but they definitely think that whatever evacuations that needed to take place have taken place, and that they're going to you know, go start fighting it. I see a drone now. You see that drone right there, Jesus? It looks like maybe the firefighters have launched a drone to maybe get some eyes on it so they can kind of figure out exactly, you know, where they're going to do and how they're going to get this thing taken care of. You see some fire trucks actually leaving. I don't think they're going to go into the area just yet, but you know, that remains to be seen. But that small drone has become obviously part of the pieces of equipment that they use on these fires to kind of come up with the best plan of attack for this. And again, the daycare or the day school that was had to be evacuated, that must have been some scene to have those trucks go through the field to get to those children, to get them out of there. They are okay and ready to be picked up. And so, yeah, we're going to just continue to monitor this for you. You know, it sounds to me like if they're going to tell us at 1 o'clock, then, you know, maybe this thing's going to burn until 1 o'clock, but I just don't know at this point. We'll have to wait until they get out here to find out. Which one? This one?
We'll see what happens. Somebody got here has my frequency.
We have to stay here till 12:30. I'm gonna
it does look a little bit better. When Pilot Parker Ward and I first arrived on scene, the winds have calmed down quite a bit. They're now out of the south at about 10 miles per hour. When we first arrived on scene, we were experiencing quite a bit of turbulence because those winds were kicking up onto about 20-25 miles per hour out of the south. And as I zoom out, that cloud not as ominous looking as it once was. But I do want to point out on the south side of the fire near FM 1127 that we do see a diesel truck and some tankers, and you can see those flames getting very close to it, and at times they flare up. In between those structures and the tank, it does look like there's some fluid that flares up at times, that is what is fueling those flames. However, it has calmed down, like I said, quite a bit. And again, you can see all of that smoke being blown towards the north, towards Goodrich, towards Livingston. But at least now from this perspective, it looks just a little bit better. Mal?